Since the 6th century, this has been the city of churches. Tbilisi, the Georgian capital, was founded by King Vakhtang I, who, as the legend says, wanted to prey on a pheasant and found this unexplored land on the bank of river Mtkvari, among the hills south of the Caucasus. The religious heritage, where the majority Orthodox believers can peacefully live together with Muslims, Armenian Gregorians and Catholics, duly made Tbilisi, capital of the 4.5 million strong Georgia, the venue of a traditional dialogue between the EPP-ED Group of the European Parliament and the Orthodox Church. The series of dialogues, dating back to more than a decade, have got a new dimension in Tbilisi, as it was the first occasion that this event was organized on a regional basis, with the participation of churches and political parties of one particular region. The three countries of the Caucasus, Georgia, Azerbaijan and Armenia, have particular importance in the neighborhood policy of the European Union. It was also recognized by Ilya II, Catholicos Patriarch of the Georgian Orthodox Church, who addressed the opening session of the dialogue. The South Caucasus is an exceptional region because religious pluralism, the peaceful coexistence of the peoples of various beliefs, is already a reality.
There are a lot of churches and a lot of religious communities in the region, but they can live together peacefully and they can have a very good dialogue between. So they can give an example to the politicians to do the same thing and to arrive to a solution for all the conflicts that there are in the area.
The Caucasus is really a region of frozen conflicts, with those cited by the Patriarch, but one could mention the Armenian-Azeri standoff too, with Nagorno-Karabakh in the background.
I was quite surprised that, given the level of emotions that run through this part of Europe, between various countries and also between government and opposition parties, that in fact the debate and the discussion was very restrained, and the fact that they were all sitting around on a table together I consider to be a great success.
The debate first centered on the political and economic situation of the region, and then on the role what religious and spiritual leaders can play in helping to solve the grave social problems created by the rapid transformation of the countries of the region from dictatorship to democracy and market economy.
In order to be able to work and live together harmoniously, witness the social imbalances and change and improve them, we need to focus on what they're all we are called to take. Respect for every human being, no matter the religious beliefs, is the first way and the first step that needs to be taken. Respect for fundamental rights is the basis of an effective and honest cooperation that can indeed bloom and flourish everywhere in the world.
This approach was hailed by the final conclusion of the first regional dialogue as well. The participants stated, "We strongly believe that churches can help establishing better understanding and solidarity among people."
Tolerance is a key word for all our political work and all our, intercultural, interreligious work. If you don't accept the other, if you have not a tolerance to believe that he is also responsible, or she, in her work, we can never reach a goal. So I think if the political leaders in the region here try really to have a dialogue, which should at least be a trialogue, because they will always doing it in front of God.
However, the participants could see with their own eyes that there is a long way to go to reach that end. Not far from the venue of the dialogue, tents were set up in front of the Georgian parliament by hunger strikers who protested a recent change in the electoral system. The rally, organized by opposition MPs, caused political turmoil in the country, which aims at NATO membership and would like to have closer ties with the EU too. The demonstration was a sign that in the region there are still lots of tasks to stabilize the fragile democracy.
To create a system basically of democratic institutions where all the political players have trust in that system and also where the normal citizens have trust in that system. As far as the opposition is concerned, it's still so difficult for those who win to respect those who lost and those who lost to respect those who won.
As committed Christian Democrats, the EPP-ED Group in the European Parliament is committed to help the region in finding a way to spread the underlying values of peaceful coexistence, experienced in the religious community, to wider society, especially to the political life.
European is pluralistic, it's full of different identities, but in the end we have all the same common values, and therefore I think we should ask the religious leaders here to play a prominent role in bringing people together.
Human beings not only live on bread, goes the saying, but bread is also necessary, added Metropolitan Michael of Vienna in his intervention, pointing out that the dialogue has to pay attention to the material and spiritual needs of the people.
Es bedeutet konkret, dass man den Menschen als Ganzes berücksichtigen muss, als einen Mensch, der in der Gesellschaft von heute lebt, aber nicht nur vom Brot lebt, sondern auch vom Brot. Das heißt, der Mensch hat Bedürfnisse, sowohl für sein irdisches Leben, aber auch Unruhen, geistigen und spirituellen. Und das macht den ganzen Menschen als Person aus.
One of the most important experiences drawn from the first regional dialogue in Tbilisi was that the social questions, education and environment policy should be properly emphasized in the regional politics.
We have to come here with our potential and our possibilities to develop projects which are necessary for the region, but in the same time are very necessary for the security, for the energetical security of Europe.
Following the closing session of the conference, Catholicos Patriarch of the Georgian Orthodox Church, Ilya II, received the head of the EPP-ED delegation, Vice Chairman Marian Jean Marinescu, and the organizers. His Holiness was handed over the final conclusions of the dialogue, which states that the EPP-ED Group in the European Parliament wishes to contribute to a culture of peace in the South Caucasus, inspired by an intense dialogue with churches and religious communities in the region on common values. His Holiness Ilya II, despite the fast period preceding Easter, held an extensive dialogue with the guests, where he expressed support for the Georgian political leadership in their efforts to bring the country closer to NATO and the European Union. The first regional dialogue with the Orthodox Church is set to continue in Kiev, with participants from Ukraine, Belarus, Moldavia and Russia, and later a third regional dialogue with the Balkan countries is planned for 2008 in Sarajevo.